Well, I want to welcome you all to the 19th Annual Victims Dedication Ceremony. I am Dean Flippo, the District Attorney of Monterey County, and it's so good to again see faces, and we have been coming here for many, many years. And I know we have some new people coming in, and just give you an idea, we will be going through our program. The program is very much as we have done in past years. We do have a number of speakers, and again, we are on a real tight schedule, and so we ask our speakers to understand that. And then when we reach that part of the program where anyone in the audience who wants to come up, you can come up, and what we are asking is that you just give the name of your loved one or names of your loved ones, and then move on. You certainly can give a date or something of that sort, but we do have to be out of the chambers here at approximately 1 o'clock, and so we want to stay on schedule. It is certainly my pleasure to have you all here. I am very proud of my office for all the work that we have done to provide an opportunity for families, loved ones to come in here and have an opportunity for all of us to reflect on the injustices in our world, and sometimes the heartbreaks that all of us go through. And I know many of you here, I feel for you. Well, I'm not sure any of us can ever feel for a parent, a loved one who has lost a child or lost a loved one. But at least it is an opportunity to let you know you're not alone. All of you are not alone, and we are here to take this 1 hour once a year to just really have a public opportunity to share your grief, share your feelings, share your support, and we hope in some small way that this can be therapeutic to you. At this time, to begin our address, I'd like to ask my colleague, good friend, the Chief Probation Officer, Marsha Parsons, who will come up on behalf of the Restorative Justice Commission. Marsha?
Thank you, Dean, and thank you to Dean and his staff for putting on this very important event year after year. On behalf of the Monterey County Community Restorative Justice Commission, I welcome you. Thank you for participating in this very important event today, and together we honor victims of crime and their families. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marsha. And we have a number of officials that have come in. Many of them have to have other scheduled meetings. And I did want to acknowledge, is Supervisor Phillips still here? Yep. There you are. John Phillips, our supervisor. John, would you like to say a word for 30 seconds? You gave me about 15 seconds at the budget hearing.
And that was too much. Well, Dean and I stood side by side prosecuting cases for a long time, and I'm not sure in those days we recognized how important a part of the victim was in the whole process. I remember one time I took a victim up to a court with me for the sentencing, and the judge read me the riot act for putting him on the spot for having a victim in court with us. And so I think Dean and the rest of the district attorney's office has done an amazing job of really recognizing how important in the whole criminal justice process the victim and the victim's families are. And so we recognize you and we thank you. So I have to leave, but I wanted to stop by and let's commend you for all the work you do on this.
Thank you, Supervisor Phillips. I see Supervisor Salinas. Simone, would you like to say anything? Then we're going to have the chair, Luis, you can come up now, but you're also going to be presenting the resolution, so we'll wait until then. Thank you. And I do not see, did I miss two of the other supervisors who vote on whether I get any money in the budget? I don't see them. All right. Well, let me go down and acknowledge people that have come in here, and I am sure that I may miss some people, and forgive me if I do. We'll move through this real quickly. We have a number of mayors, and what I want all the families to understand is that all these people care, and their presence here is again to show their support and understanding again of what you all have been facing for many years. I know we have the mayor of Salinas, Joe Gunter. Where's Joe? Joe standing in the back. We have, let's see. We have Carolyn Hardy here representing the city of Carmel and Mayor Dallas. Carolyn, just raise your hand, please, or stand up. Thank you. We have Maria Orozco, the mayor of Gonzales. Maria, I see you there. Thank you for being here. Mike Labar, all the way up from King City. Mike, thank you. Marianne Carbone is Sand City, and she will also be addressing us just shortly. Ralph Rubio, the mayor of Seaside, who always attends. I don't think has ever missed one of these ceremonies, and we appreciate it. Mayor Pro Tem Robert Hewitt from Pacific Grove, thank you for being here, and give our regards to the mayor, Bill. Did I miss any mayors or supervisors? Good. We also have other individuals that I am going to introduce very quickly. I believe we have the Mexican consulate from San Jose, and that is, I believe, make sure I got it, Juan Manuel Calderon Jimenez. Please stand up. We're very glad that you came down. Appreciate. I think I saw my friend Chris Barrera, from president of LULAC. Is Chris here? Thank you for being here, Chris. Tell your dad hi. Catherine, are you here in your official capacity for your boss? Congressman Jimmy Panetta, still your boss? Thank you. And last year, Congressman Panetta addressed us for a minute or two, and if you haven't read, there's a lot going on back in Washington, so he's busy, we know. There are a couple other people I would like to introduce. Again, good friend David Merity, the Executive Director for the Child Abuse Prevention Council. And David, a plug, we have our CAPC Awards Breakfast. What day? Yeah, I know. Okay, David, that was this coming Tuesday, and that'll be out at Cal State University, Monterey Bay. Tickets, a lot of people have tickets, and it's a great event, and again, it'll be a full house. Cherie Goldman with the Sexual Assault Response Team. Cherie, I saw you. Raise your hand. Where you at, Cherie? There you are, over here. Thank you, Cherie. Claire Montier, one of our strong allies here. Claire, are you here? Rape crisis? All right, thank you, Claire. Sherry Hasty, my dear friend, CPY, Community Partnership for Youth. And we also have Blanca Zarazueta. Where's Blanca? Right there, thank you. And Anna, I will get to you in a second. So don't feel where are you at? Don't feel I'm forgetting you, but I know you're here. All right. I would like to introduce my law enforcement brethren and say nothing more than they are the first responders, and they are the ones oftentimes who meet you at that, when you're really in pain, in crisis, and they care. They really do care. They're professionals. They have to take care of their job, but the leaders are here to let you know that they care about you. I understand we have the Chief Deputy Warden, Tammy Foss, from Salinas Valley State Prison. Stand up, raise your hand so we can see you. Thank you for being here. You can all hold off on the applause so we can get through this here. We have Chief Deputy Binkley from CTF. There you go. Thank you for being here. Chief Paul Tomasi from Carmel. I see Paul. Thank you for being here. You've already met Marcia Parsons, our Chief Probation Officer. We have the Chief Cop. Where's Sheriff Steve Bernal? Steve, thank you for you and your staff being here and all that you do. Is Chief Nieto here? I don't see her. We have Chief Amy Christie from Pacific Grove Police Department. Amy, good to have you here. Thank you, Chief. Is Chris Norland here from Presidio? Where's Chris? All the way in the back. Thank you, Chris, for being here. Presidio of Monterey. Chief Fresse, Salinas PD. Is Chief Fresse here? Okay. Tell her we missed her, would you please, Roberto? Let's see. Oh, is Chief Prigden here from Seaside? Do we have anyone from Seaside? Okay. Let me keep going on here. Okay, I do want to, we introduce to you our supervisors here at the county level. It goes without saying, we all owe a real thanks to our CAO, Lou Bauman. Thank you, Lou, for letting us use the chambers, and please, again, for the supervisors, thank you for letting us use the chambers. Lou Bauman. His assistant CAO, Nick Chulis, I believe, is here. Is Nick here? You take care of him. All right. At this time, we will probably have individuals coming and going and so on. But I do want to, again, thank all of the elected officials, all of the law enforcement people. I see Chris coming down here from King City. Excuse me. Not King City. Yeah, King City. Okay. And we will start here with our national anthem. And I'm going to ask a woman who has a beautiful voice. Miss Captain Cardoza, CHP. You signed in on the wrong roster. That's our fault back there. So Kelly Cardoza, our new commander here in the California Highway Patrol. Thank you for being here. Did I miss anyone in law enforcement? You know, the muckety-mucks? Okay. All right. Jill Marie Evans Miller has really thrilled us with her rendition of the national anthem over the years. And again, we are so pleased to have her here. Jill, I'm going to give you the mic. And I think you all will want to stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare
Actually, I should have had everyone keep standing. I see that now. Sorry. Chief Assistant District Attorney Berkeley Brannon will lead us in the pledge.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bert. Do you want them to stand for the prayer? At this time, I'd like to introduce Father Stephen Akers, who is the priest at St. Mary of the Nativity Catholic Church here in Salinas. This is his first time with us, and we are very thankful that he has come by to give us our invocation.
Thank you, and I thought we would begin with a reading from a sacred text, a biblical reading that is Psalm 140, which is in part a cry of grief, a cry for protection, a cry out to God that he might establish peace, and above all, a cry of trust and thanksgiving for life itself. This is Psalm 140. Deliver me, O Lord, from evil men. Preserve me from violent men, from those who devise evil in their hearts and stir up wars every day. Save me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from violent men who plan to trip up my feet. The proud who have hidden a trap for me, they have spread cords for a net. By the wayside they have laid snares for me. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not their plans. I know that the Lord renders justice to the afflicted, judgment to the poor. Surely the just shall give thanks to your name, the upright shall dwell in your presence. And God, author of life and giver of every good gift, we invoke your blessing upon this gathering today, that it might be an occasion of healing for those who suffer, for those who themselves have suffered crime, those who have lost a loved one in particular. We commend again those who have died to your hands, that they might find rest and peace in you. And we invoke your blessing upon all of us gathered here who labor for justice and peace, that these labors might bear fruit of a lasting peace and security for our communities. For those who labor for the growth and healing of all those involved in these crimes and those victims, that their labors might bear fruit as well. Again, that we who struggle so hard for establishing a lasting peace, security, and justice might be, through your blessing, see the fruits of these labors here in Monterey County. And we ask this, that your Spirit might be with us as we continue our gathering today. Amen.
It's my pleasure to introduce Assemblymember Ana Caballero, who represents the 30th Assembly District. Many of you will remember Ana as mayor of Salinas, and then elected to the State Assembly in 2006. I think it was the 28th then, yes. And then was elected in November 2016 to the State Assembly to represent the 30th Assembly District. She has left her mark and is making her mark up in Sacramento. She was selected as the 2017 Legislator of the Year by the California Special District Associations. She has a 30-year legacy of public service, and she will just say a few words here, and we are so pleased, Ana, to have you here.
Thank you very much. First, let me thank Dean Filippo for his many years of convening us all together so that we can, as a community, support and show love for victims and their families. And really, this is really important to our community. It also gives us the opportunity to talk about hope and love and the kinds of things that build resiliency in our community. So thank you very much, Dean, for getting us here together and for inviting me to participate as well. When I worked for Governor Brown, I had the opportunity to serve on the Victims Compensation Board. And our goal and our mission on that board was to make sure that there were resources for victims and their families that, through no fault of their own, ended up being victims. And so it's particularly poignant for me to put faces to the names that I saw and to be here in solidarity with you to say we're all involved in trying to create peace in our community. And the more that we can get together, share our triumphs and our victories, as well as the pain and the grief, the better we're going to heal. And so know that I stand with you and that I love this community. It is the place that I choose to make my home and to try to work harder to improve. And so thank you to everybody that can be here today, because it gives us this opportunity to be sad for a little bit, but then also to say that we will overcome. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Assemblymember Caballero. We have a couple of resolutions that have been prepared. I think, Pam, do we have one from Senator Canella's office? Where? Senator Canella could not be here, but you know, a beautiful resolution from our California State Senate. Thank you. And I believe we also had a resolution from Sand City, Mayor Carbone. If you have that, we will welcome that. Thank you so very much, and please, you know, thank the council too. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Monterey County Board of Supervisors, former assembly member in Sacramento, and Chair Luis Alejo will, I believe, present the Monterey County resolution, and I'm going to ask Pam Patterson to come on up here. We also have Supervisor Salinas that is here.
One, we want to welcome all the families, all the law enforcement leaders, and elected officials and chambers. We're constantly hosting events every year. I've been here all my years in assembly, and my last 2 years as supervisor. But I want to say how special it is to honor National Crime Victims' Rights Week. Not only has my own family lost an aunt as a victim of domestic violence, but when I was 19 years old, I first got involved in community organizing after the tragic death of little Jessica Cortez, 9 years old, de Pajaro, and her 16-year-old brother, Jorge. Next February, it's going to be 25 years. And I wonder to this day, if that tragedy didn't happen, where would they be at? Would they have their families? Would they have children? Would they be teachers or business owners or law enforcement leaders? We never know today. So it hits really home. Those names have never been forgotten. That was 25 years ago, but just last January we lost another young person here in Salinas, 14 years old, Enrique Sosa, Everett Alvarez High School. And I still work with those families. So for me, this is a very special day, and we're proud to present this.
Thank you, Chair Levin, for giving more. You know, I've come to many of these, and you know, I want to thank Dean and Pam for getting us together. Because a lot of times, you know, we can tell you, we understand these things. I lost my brother 15 years ago. He was 23 years old to violence also. Never goes away. It stays with you. But to come here and to share, I think that thing gives us some comfort, knowing that we're here in the community to stand together with each other. I know Ms. Cortez, that Chair Alejo comes to my office almost every year. We sit down during Thanksgiving is a time for her. And so we sit down with her and just share and let each other know that we care about each other as human beings, that we hope someday we don't have to come here. But as long as, you know, there is violence, then we come here in solidarity with you and thank you for continuing to help those ones that
behalf of the board, we want to present this resolution. We're very proud of our Victim Witness Assistance Program here in Monterey County. And please count on the Board of Supervisors to continue to be your champion and so for all of you. Thank you very much.
A big thanks to Chair Alejo for his support, and please extend to the rest of the supervisors our thanks for the resolution. Special word for Supervisor Salinas. We've been together a long time, and we're going to miss you next year, and I hope come April that you'll be able to come on back and join us. But all right. Back in 1982, December, a young woman, Sandra Steffens, went out, and her family never saw her again. And her father reported her as missing, and for the next 32 years, she was listed as a missing person. On June 1st of 2016, after all those years, police work, use of new technologies developed over the years, enabled our office to file murder charges against an individual by the name of Alfred Powell. And he was formally charged with the murder of Sandra Steffens. He was just sentenced recently to 15 years to life for this murder. On a personal note, he also had killed another woman who happened to live right across the street from me over on the peninsula. And he was imprisoned also on that murder. The police, who worked so hard to try to find the evidence, our district attorney investigators who worked with the police, and our prosecutor, I think I saw Deputy District Attorney Matt LaRue, and the investigators. I'm not going to mention everyone, but they did a wonderful job, and to the extent that you can, trying to make sure that someone was finally held accountable. Alfred Powell, in our view, will never leave prison alive. We have 3 of the family members of Sandra McGee Steffens, and they have come to say a few words to us. Tamara Williams, who is traveled from Texas, Bridget Washington, also coming from Texas, and Gigi Bridgers coming from Virginia. I don't know if there's a particular order. Tamara, I have your name down first, and so this is, we'd like you to come on up and share with us your thoughts and what you and your family have faced.
Good afternoon. My name is Tamara Williams, or just Tammy. It is an honor to stand here on this day as a speaker for the annual victim dedication ceremony. When I got the phone call asking if I would be willing to speak, all I can think of was how honored and flattered my mother would be. She would be flattered knowing that we are here today speaking on how our lives have changed since she was killed. The drawback, I only have so much time, as he keeps saying. For what I was, I had a great idea, and my great idea was to write a letter to my mom, because the fact that I've never been able to do that. I've never been able to talk to her in the last 35 years. So what I did for you today was I wrote a short little letter for my mom, and I'm going to read it to you. Hey, Mama. Wow, it's been a long time. It's hard to believe that I am sitting here writing this letter after 35 years. So many things have happened since the last time I saw you. So many things that I thought about saying and never had a chance to. Today, thank you, Monterey County, for giving me that chance. Mama, I'm sorry. I'm so, so very sorry. For years, I was angry with you. I was angry with you because there was a part of me that believed you had left me, that somewhere on this earth you walked around and you didn't contact me and you didn't care about me. But I should have known better than to doubt you. I knew you loved me, but I guess I didn't want to accept that there was two facts. One, either you left me and you were walking around and I felt like I was abandoned, or two, you were dead and I would never see you again. Next, I miss you. I miss you so much. I could never have imagined I would live the majority of my life without you, but I did. And I'm okay. I'm really okay. I turned out okay. In 1994, I graduated from high school and moved from California to North Carolina to live with Gigi. In 1995, I joined the Army. In 1996, I got married. 2001, I gave birth to an amazing little boy. He has made me realize that there's no way on this earth that you would have left me. I'm sorry. Because if you love me half as much as I love this little boy, there's no way possible that you left. 2010, in September, I divorced. November, I lost my second mom, your mom, my grandma. In 2015, September, your remains were found. And I retired from the U.S. Army after 20 years, 1 month, and 23 days. 2017, I graduated with my bachelor's degree in business administration. 2018, you were laid to rest. The man that killed you was sentenced. In December, I will graduate with my master's degree. Next year, my son will graduate from high school and you won't be there. But he is the light of my life. And I can only imagine how proud of you, how proud of him you would be. Like I said, Mama, I truly hope that I have made you proud. I live my life trying to make you and Daddy proud and to make my baby boy proud. Hopefully I didn't fall short of the mark. I'm glad I have finally been able to lay you to rest and let you sleep peacefully. I look forward to the day that I see you again. I love you. Your daughter, Tammy. I'd like to thank the Monterey County and the DA's office. Peter, Matt, Sonia, thank you guys so much for helping our family.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the committee. I'd like to thank everyone for inviting my sisters and I to be here today to speak to you. My name is Bridget Washington, and I'm the middle daughter of Sandra McGee Steffen. When we were asked to be the guest speakers, I wondered what I would say and how I could share our story and encourage each of you at the same time. And so this is what came to my mind. There is a passage of scripture in the Bible that says, "And we know all things work together for the good of them that love God." I'm sure you're wondering how and why I would use this verse or passage, because I know that above all things, that God loves me. What happened to our mother was an act of violence from a very depraved person. And even though there have been highs and lows in my life and my sister's lives, I know our mother would be very proud of us. 35 years is a long time. And in that time, she's missed graduations, she's missed marriages, she's missed divorces. Not that she would want to be a part of that, but she's missed grandchildren. my son Lonzel, Taylor, Jordan, Jaden, Gabrielle, and a great-grandson, Julian. She'll never see them. And through it all, the three of us have beat the odds. We didn't give in to the stresses or the pressures that could have caused us to do many things. But instead, we chose to be survivors. We chose to take the things that happened in our lives to make us strong. If I can leave anything with you today, it's this. Don't allow the tragedy that occurred in your lives to define your lives. Allow these things to propel you to move forward, to be successful, to fulfill your dreams. That this was a moment of time in our lives, and we have not allowed it to define who we are. I will always be. Gigi will always be. Tammy will always be Sandra McGee Steffen's daughters. And no matter what happened, we know without a doubt she'd be proud of us. Thank you.
We'll now hear from Gigi.
Hi, guys. I'm always known as the goofier one in the family. I'm also the oldest one. One of the things that I was struggling with as well is what I was going to tell you. And I'm not a good write down everything, let's figure out what I'm going to say. So I'm going to say this to you. Every single one of you in this room has a story, okay? Nobody knows what that story is, but live your lives believing in that story. And what I mean by that is my story didn't define me. Like my sister, I have an undergrad in accounting. I have a master's degree in management. I'm a vice president of a company. I came from nothing. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of anything, but we've survived. We have, because every day we got up in the morning, even if we were upset with our mom because she was no longer there, we wanted to make her proud. And again, in our case, it is our mother, but many of you may have lost your son, your brother, your sister, your aunts, your cousins, all of those. I always ask, what would they want? What would my mother expect of me? She would expect me to get up every morning, make her proud. Don't let negative define me. Tell people your story. Tell people who will listen your story. My son died. My nephew died. My cousin died. But guess what? Every day you get up, do something that makes that person proud of you, because that's what I did. And my children have been raised to live the best lives that they can, no matter what. Every day, I get up every morning doing the best that I can. I live right by what I believe that person would expect from me, what my grandmother expects from me, what my mother expects from me. Do the same thing. Because at the end of the day, they're where they're supposed to be. It doesn't matter how they got there. You know, the Bible says this is not the life we're living for. We're living to achieve another life. Another life. So, yes, all of these people that have passed before us went, but their story was already written. It was already defined that that's how that was going to happen. But guess what? They are waiting for us. Do right today so that when we get there, they're going to be waiting for us, happy to see us living that joyful life that we're expected to get to. So I always say, guess what? My mom got there before me, but she'll be prepared once I get there. And I do have just a little thing that I wanted to read, and it's very, very simple, and it's, be encouraged Be encouraged by their passing and legacy. Instead of crying, live to inspire others and have a happy life like they would have wanted you to. Live each day with encouragement, knowing that they would and are proud and smiling down upon you. Whether you are a religious person or a spiritual person, we all have a belief, whatever that belief is. I don't care if you're atheist, it doesn't matter. Whatever that belief is, know that there was something, some divine intervention that caused this, but that we will one day meet again. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you, Gigi. I have no doubt that your mom is proud of the three of you. Very powerful. Thank you. Thank you for coming here to California to share that. Pam, we have a short Ona, turn on the film. I was in there.
Didn't know today would be our last, or that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb I can't feel anymore. I'm praying you just walk back through that door and tell me that I was only dreaming. You're not really gone as long as I believe. There will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight. Always made my troubles feel so small, and you were always there to catch me when I'd fall. In a world where heroes come and go, well, God just took the only one I know. So I'll hold you as close as I can, longing for the day when I see your face again. But until then, God must need another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight, singing hallelujah, hallelujah. tonight. I came by today to see you. Oh, I had to let you know. If I knew the last time that I held you was the last time, I'd have held you and never let go. Oh, it's kept me awake nights wondering. I lie in the dark just asking why. I've always been told you won't be called home until it's your time. I guess heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like you, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to is that heaven was needing a hero like you. I remember the last time I saw you. Oh, you held your head up proud. I laughed inside when I saw how you were standing out in the crowd. You're such a part of who I am. Now that part will just be void. No matter how much I need you now, heaven needed you more. 'Cause heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like you, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to is that heaven was needing a hero like you. Yes, heaven was needing a hero, and that's you.
At this time, we would ask that any of the family members who would would like to come up, again, mention your loved one, and if you would just form over here to my left, and our Assistant District Attorney Janine Paccioni, Assistant District Attorney Annie Michaels, and Chief Assistant District Attorney Berkeley Brannon will move you along here, and you will receive a memento of the ceremony this afternoon. So if anyone would like to come forward, we ask you please to form there.
Sandra Stephen McGee. September 2015.
Andre Johnson, my son, victim of a violent crime in 1997. Priscilla Rose Hernandez, and we want to say happy birthday to her. She was 9. She was 2 years old when she was murdered. Alan Ellis, December 10th, 2017.
Arturo Márquez fue mi hermano, my brother. He passed away in 2009, August 3rd, and he was only 30.
My son, Manuel Estrada Martinez. He was 23, March 31st, 2008. It's been 10 years.
My son, Jose Jumbug Soto III, he was 16 years old. He was 4 days into his 16th birthday, and then he was taken home.
My son, Gilbert Flores, was taken April 17th, 2004. It's going to be 14 years. And also for my niece, Jeanette Martinez, who was killed by a drunk driver.
I'm here for Paul Gilbert Morales Jr., PJ, my grandson. He was taken January 7th, 2015, and it's still unsolved.
I'm standing in for my niece, Chavela Herrera, for my nephew, Ramon Herrera Jr. May he rest in peace, September the 23rd, 1914.
My son, Andrew Jonathan Valdez, tragically taken April 29th, 1995, forever 24.
My son, Lily Joe Alonso, November 2nd, 2008.
I'm here for my son, Joey Sandoval, 27 years old, murdered March 29th, 2003. It's 15 years, unsolved.
I'm here for my son, Brian Michael Zamudio. He was 18 years old, 9/2/11.
I'm here for my husband, Pastor Herb Valero. He was murdered on March the 14th, 2017.
Mi hijo es Osiel Montiel y nació en el 94 y falleció en 2009, el 14 de octubre.
Yo estoy aquí por mi hija porque no se encuentra aquí, porque le han quitado a mi nieto en el 2016, el día 4 acaba de cumplir 2 años. José Luis Valdés.
My name is Maximino Hernandez, and I'm here for my grandson, Alonso Morales. He was shot when he was coming from school on October 11, 2010.
I'm here for my daughter, Christy Sue Pina. She was 14 when she was taken from me back in February 8, 1990, and for my nephew, Danny Ray McCarter. Thank you.
Lorraine Ortega, 23.
I lost my daughter, Lorraine Ortega, in 1993. She was murdered.
My name is Maria Marias. I'm here for my nephew, Joseph Aguilera. He was 21. He got shot 15 times, but only 5 bullets hit him. He left behind his son. She was 1 year and a half. And this is my sister, her great son.
I'm here for my grandson, Joseph Anthony Aguilera. Y sinceramente, el estar aquí me ha ayudado mucho a estar más tranquila, no volverme loca, porque sé que no soy la única que estoy pasando esto. Me lo balacearon el 5 de mayo de 2015. Muchísimas gracias por el apoyo de todos. Tengan buen día y que Dios los bendiga.
Hi, this is my brother, Ricky Torres.
Good afternoon. I'm standing in for Michael, Alice, Michael Jr., and Jennifer Williams. Christina Marie Williams was born May 1st, 1985, and the sun set on June 12th, 1998.
Hi, my name is Antonio Ortega, and I come here for my son, Antonio Ortega Jr. He got killed on the 15th of May 2017. And I'm here for him. Yeah, thank you.
Por mi sobrino Francisco, Rubén Francisco Salceda, falleció en el 2013, agosto 4.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Hilario Morales, Rosalba Andrade. Estamos aquí por mi cuñado, Víctor Andrade Ortiz. Él falleció en el 2013, agosto 5. Queremos dar las gracias a Monterey County por dedicarle esta ceremonia a todas las víctimas. Gracias.
Hi, my name is Esperanza Lara. I'm here for my brother, Manuel Lara. He was murdered at the Lincoln Motel. I'm also here for Rafael Angel Solorio. He was gunned down, shot, multiple gunshot wounds at Hartnell Road. God bless you all. Have a nice day.
Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Juana Garduño y mi hijo se llamaba Jonathan Garduño Tienda, que murió el 11-19 de noviembre de 2017. Gracias por su apoyo y por estar aquí. Gracias.
My brother passed away or was murdered back in 1963. I'm here for him. My brother's name was Dennis Anderson. He was 15.
Hi, I'm here for Cesar Pantoja. His life was taken away when he was 23, and I just want to let you all know that even though they're not present with us, they will always be in our hearts. And God bless you all.
I'm here supporting all of you guys, and I'm also here for my cousin Jaime Sanchez. He was taken December 2016. Very bad as well, but I'm here supporting all of you guys as well.
I'm here for my brother Ruben Morphine. He passed away when he was 13 years old, and I just hope violence ends soon, like now.
Me first, she said, okay? So hold the mic for me. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Debbie, and I'm the mother. His name was Stephen Joseph Aguilar. November 16th, 2002 is when he went home to heaven. His case remains still unsolved, but I continue to go on because God gives me grace and peace. God bless you. Now it's your turn. Okay, she's asking me to say her loved one's name. Her brother's name was Carlos Robles. And what date was it? It's been a few years, I think 2015. Thank you, and God bless you. Please pray for the Robles family and his mother. Thank you.
I'm here for my cousin Alex Lopez, who was taken when he was 19 years old in 1998. Thank you.
My name is Carlos Castro. In 2016, September 22nd, somebody trying to kill me. For the good thing, now I'm here. Estoy vivo, que es lo más importante.
Thank you, everyone. As we draw to a conclusion here, I would just like to point out 2 days ago, Tuesday, I spoke to our Board of Supervisors and indicated to them as of this date right now in our office, we have 65 murder and manslaughter cases. And every year we keep saying we want to stop the violence, and yet these are relatively new cases. So it goes on, and I think really what we see is the courage that all of you have demonstrated, and it helps the rest of us, I think, in law enforcement, in the prosecutor's office, to continue to fight the fight, to at least try to find who is responsible and hold them accountable. I want to thank the three sisters. You were very inspirational. Thank you for coming all the way here. Tammy, Gigi, and Brigitte, thank you. I also would like to run down real quickly, this will only take about 30 seconds. I really have to thank our victims unit. I'm so proud of them. We do not lose many cases. We have great police work, we have great investigators, and we have a victims unit that are there for the victims who are our witnesses, and I don't know what we would do without them. And they have all been part of putting this together. So please bear with me just while I read their names. Michelle Bacon, Sonia Benrastro, Rosa Delgadillo, Stephanie Escamilla, Ana Galvez, Marlene Gaetan Leon, Janelle Paulino, Susana Reyes, Alma Sanchez, Estela Sanchez, Myra Sandoval, and Maria Sebastian. And I want to thank all of you for what you have done. I do want to thank all of you for coming, all of the electeds. Chair Alejo, thank you again for the resolution. My colleagues in the law enforcement community, my staff, and I think the CAO has left, but and all of you for attending. And I am now going to turn this over to the Major Domo, who really has been the driving force behind, we're on our 19th here, our 19th ceremony, Pamela Patterson, who is our program manager for our victims unit.
Okay, as I wrap up the ceremony, I just wanted to acknowledge law enforcement representatives and their commitment to victims and the community and their financial support each year. We would not be able to put this ceremony on if I didn't get donations from not only all of law enforcement, but also both prisons. They're very, very generous. This year, they presented us with a check before the ceremony, which is going to help us. Before the ceremony is concluded, survivors of homicide victims, as we do each year, can go out into the courtyard, and we have Sergio, who every year volunteers and provides doves, aka pigeons, to be released to be released, also known as pigeons. And this year, a little different. After the release of the doves, I have Lieutenant Ethan Andrews. Are you here? Oh, there you are. Thank you. He is from Monterey PD and also the Peninsula Regional Violence and Narcotics Team. And he is going to present how the Peninsula investigates cold cases and how they and their process. So you're more than welcome to stay after the dove release. Also, I wanted to take an opportunity. Could my unit come up to the front, please? They don't want to. Please, come on. We're on a time frame here. As everyone else has been. Yeah. I gave them fair warning, so. Yeah. So we wanted to take this opportunity. This is Dean's last year of the ceremony. He's going to be retiring at the end of this year. And Dean, we want to thank you for your many years of unwavering support to the victims unit. Thank you. We want to take this opportunity to thank Dean for the many years of his unwavering support of the victims unit, this ceremony, and victims of crime. Dean has been a significant supporter and activist of victims' rights in this county, state, and nationally. The staff wants you to know, Dean, that we appreciate you beyond words, and we want you to know how important you've been to us. Thank you. I have to say, it's really difficult for me to speak, and Dean has always wanted me to be at the forefront of this ceremony, but it just feels more comfortable for me to be behind the scenes and doing all the work. So he knows how much this took for me to get up here, but he's been a wonderful boss all these years, and he really has been very supportive of this unit. And you, everyone here, we're here because of Dean and because of his support, and he has just allowed me to run this unit and go out and do literally whatever I want to do. And I'm very proud of each and every woman that is standing here beside me. They come in every day and they work hard to provide services and to do whatever they possibly can. I used to say that, we are, instead of jack of all trades, Jane of all trades, and we're blessed. And we get to come in and do God's good deeds every single day. And this is just a fantastic job. So thank you. So if you'd like, the survivors can go out, and we have someone waiting so that they can instruct you on how to release a dove. And then if you'd like to come in, back in, Lieutenant Andrews will be in here. Thank you.